So, I've been criticizing Canada for a long time. And as a Homo sapien that manifested finally, probably in my late 30s, I was starting to manifest into an Homo sapien, which is measured with what's going on up here, reflecting on behaviors. Then, of course, I would criticize mostly the country I know, the country I'm from, the country I'm stuck in. And if I leave, I don't leave, I leave with tears, but I leave with bitterness, yes, but not with hatred. And I leave as a message, right? And I don't leave to come back and repeat the cycles of bad behaviors. And let me tell you about trauma healing. If you really want to engage in trauma healing, you don't bury stuff inside or engage in the same behaviors against others, whether they are linked or not to your previous or parents or grandparents' previous oppressors. Is you stand up and represent and support the next group of people who are treated like that. And that's why I'm showing stuff like this. And that's why I criticize Canadian elites, because they are way too neutral, which means they're the problem.
I come here from the continent of North America, representing our indigenous peoples of our Muskogee communities, who for many years now we have lived in an occupied state. We were dispossessed of our lands. We were forced upon reservations where we were confined to one area. The water and the resources that we had known for thousands upon thousands of years were taken from us and commodified and exploited and stolen from our peoples. Today we come here, and I stand here and have been asked to say these words because I stand in solidarity with each one of my relatives here and everything that you're going through. My relatives on these lists here, I'm never going to forget those names that are being said, and one day I will greet them when I join them in the spirit world. But today I want to say something before more violence is incurred, that this has to stop now. I stand here.
So it's nice that he actually knows the continents, right? So many people don't know continents. We keep saying America. North America is a continent and South America is a continent. And there's 7, according to most people that write geography books, for example. This morning I was noticing how much I repressed memories of my time in Uganda and what I saw. And when I was there, I was repressing it, and I'm still doing it now. It's trauma because of what I saw. And what I saw, of course, has a big link with the concepts of money, with the concept of religion, with the concept of no education of quality whatsoever. And it's hard to remember things that for them, the people there, was a normal life. And for me, it breaks my heart. And it's not even as bad as what's happening in Gaza, what was there for kids in Gulu, let's say, but it still was breaking my heart. And it's collecting this data all around the world about the human condition to specialize as who I am and fine-tune my theory. And it's just traumatic to be this kind of scientist.
As a member of Africans Rising, which is a pan-African movement of Africans working for unity, justice, peace, and dignity. Just like Desmond Tutu said, if you're neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. So we are here because we have decided that we shall not be neutral.
And I don't want to be neutral either. And this is why I've posted and said so many things and stood up in person for what was right. Not from a couch, in person, around the world. Writing to important people, being ignored. Now, these so-called, religious leaders or political leaders that actually are neutral, whether they are voted in democratically or paid their dues in whatever way you believe, if they are neutral in things like this, then they are villains who accelerate the Anthropocene. It's that simple.